The Western New York Flash wrapped up the 2015 season with a home game against the Portland Thorns. Here at Salem Stadium, Joe Giuliano and Mike Kerms on the call for the third and final meeting of the regular season between the Western New York Flash and the Portland Thorns. Neither team booking their spot in the playoffs. So tonight, Mike, I guess pride was on the line.
Well, pride and the Western New York Flash are 5-9-5 on the season, and the Portland Thorns are 6-8-5. So the Western New York Flash can catch the Portland Thorns on the season and tie them in the league. So, and really playing for their professionals. So it's not just pride. It's they're playing their game, and they're going to go out there and prove themselves, and they're playing for their spots next year. So both teams, they're out there playing for not just pride, but for a little bit more than that.
All right, some big names on the field tonight. Let's go to the highlights from Salem Stadium as they make their way onto the pitch in a very loose, casual atmosphere. Both these teams having some fun tonight as the Thorns came on and the Flash as well, jiving it up and really casual atmosphere tonight. But in the 6th minute, Jasmine Spencer gets into a good one-on-one situation.
Yeah, and they weren't casual any longer, and really the Western New York Flash, they got into it right away. Jasmine Spencer beating her down the end line, and here's Samantha Mewis wide open. And right there we're talking about Samantha Mewis had 3 goals and 3 assists on the season, and really, she really started off the season hot. And then really she started to fade throughout the season as the season went along.
6th minute, Mewis, good look here, and she sets the table nicely.
And here's Samantha Mewis. After we start talking about it, here's Samantha Mewis, gets herself a little break, and there's Yayinde with an open net. And Samantha Mewis, not only is she proven herself as a rookie in this league, she's proven herself as a rookie for the Western New York Flash, and she's finding her spot again on this Western New York Flash team next year.
Yayinde gets her first goal as a member of the Flash for Mewis. That's her 4th assist of the season. Then just 1 minute later, the Flash will come back again. It's Heyman really getting the thing going, and Jasmine Spencer, she capitalizes on the opportunity.
And again, it's a great ball by Samantha Mewis, and everyone, and Paul Riley thought this was offsides at first, and Heyman, and I think Jasmine Spencer could have been offsides, but Heyman was clearly onsides. What a great ball there by Samantha Mewis. And just, again, she doesn't get the assist, but she's the playmaker here, and it's Jasmine Spencer with the 2nd open net for the Western New York Flash. Heyman, I thought she was going to put that ball in herself, but she flicked it over Spencer. Very unselfish.
Spencer's 3rd goal of the year. Heyman gets her 1st assist. 21st minute, Jody Taylor with a shot, and it's right at the keeper.
And Jody Taylor and Alex Morgan have only played 28 minutes together this season. And Jody Taylor, one of those players that was injured, you expect a little bit more from her, and she should have had that goal.
24th minute, Mewis was on fire in that first half.
So again, Samantha Mewis, this was her match really in this first half. And Samantha Mewis pickpockets right there. She gets the ball. She pickpockets Polkinghorn, gets the breakaway. She looks up. She sees Betos a little bit off, and she hits that far side netting. Great finish by Samantha Mewis.
That's her 4th goal of the year, unassisted. She did it all by herself. That was in the 24th minute. The Flash with their 3-0 lead at that point. But then 5 minutes later, Portland has an answer here. Heath starts the play.
Yeah, Tobin Heath, she was all over the place tonight. And it's Alex Morgan. Every once in a while, you think that she's non-existent. Then all of a sudden, she shows up. She looks up. And again, we talked about Morgan and Taylor haven't played together all season. And it's the Morgan-Taylor connection. I think Jones thought possibly it was going far post, but there it went near post on her.
44th minute, Taylor's header not too far off the mark.
Yeah, and it's Jody Taylor again. Jody Taylor was very active today. And then Allie Long, what a great little hit there, almost into that far side netting into the upper 90.
After one half of play, the Flash had a 3-1 lead. We move into second half action, 53rd minute. Sanderson and Heath, they almost combine here.
Yeah, and it's Tobin Heath again. Great ball by Sanderson to the outside, and it's Jody Taylor who's crashed in the net, and Dahlkemper was caught in outside position. Jody Taylor was inside, and Jody Taylor couldn't get on the end of it.
63rd minute, Dahlkemper's free kick to Mewis.
And almost Mewis getting herself another goal. Great, brilliant ball by Dahlkemper.
Minute 68 off the throw-in, a rocket from Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer gets this ball, she turns, and all of a sudden she just laces it and makes Betos make a fabulous save that was going into the upper 90.
85th minute, Sanderson, a good free kick, but a great save from Chantel Jones. 90th minute, Long will push Portland within one.
Yeah, and Chantel Jones, after having a great match, what a great little cut there by Shim, and Jones just bobbles it, and that's a mistake by Jones, and I'm sure Shim's happy. Confused there why the referee picked up the ball, didn't let Allie Long grab it. Allie Long, who you thought in the first half was non-existent, second half, she was fabulous. And really, it was Shim with that great cutback. Nice little shot. Chantel Jones bobbles it, and Allie Long is there to finish it.
And that's where it would end. 3-2, Western New York wins it. Both Western New York and Portland end 2015 with a 6-9-5 mark. It was the first time Western New York has defeated Portland at home, and the Flash were shut out in their last 3 home games. So a positive note, good way to end for the Western New York Flash.
Definitely a positive note for the Western New York Flash, a team that struggled towards the end of the season. After the Women's World Cup, they really struggled in those last 10 games there. They doubled their goal production in this game alone in the last 7 games. So they've only had 3 goals in the last 7 games. They had 3 tonight. Portland, plagued with injuries all season. Just having struggles all season with those injuries. You need the players that played they had 10 players this year that played in the Women's World Cup. A lot of them injured when they came back. So it was a story of Portland Thorns season.
Well, for the Flash and the Thorns, no playoffs this year. They both end at 6-9-5. And Mike, as we saw last season, the offseason, a whirlwind of activity for so many teams. What do you expect this offseason?
Well, the Western New York Flash had a ton of activity. You're not going to see that much activity, I believe, from the Western New York Flash. I believe the Portland Thorns, they're solid. They have a solid team, just a lot, like I said, a lot of injuries. The Western New York Flash, they're rebuilding. They have a lot of rookies. Hinkle played every single minute this season. Becky Edwards just came in this season. Back from 2011. She played every single minute this season. They have a lot of good rookies. We talked about Mewis. You had Spencer. They just brought in Heyman. They just brought in Allende. They just brought in Andrade. So I think Western New York Flash, they need 1 or 2 more players to really make this team a contender in the playoffs next season.
Mike, great job as usual. A lot of fun this season.
As always.
All right, Mike Kerms, great job. Our producer, John Catalano, great job as well on the highlights. That'll do it for 2015. That'll do it for the evening as well. Western New York 3, Portland 2. This has been Western New York Flash Soccer.